Hello and welcome back. We're back here in a brand new lab um, for our mod spotlights. We are going to be taking a look at a Vanilla Plus mod that I'm planning on adding into my mod pack, and it's called Additional Additions. Now, really good mod. I thought of very useful features. It's Vanilla Plus mod, right? So everything it adds kind of feels like it could fit in the vanilla game, which I know a lot of people like. Yeah, so let's get started. I'll get in here, ignore him. He's not part of this. All right, so in here we've got some items. First off, we've got the rope, which is string, one on top of the other. I don't know if this is shapeless. No, it is not shapeless. It's shaped, so it's got to be one on top of the other. Go in here. You can climb the rope, descend the rope, and it can be placed underneath objects or on the side of objects, right? So you can see. No, that doesn't count because it's a boat, right? So I could attach it to the side here. That would work. And if you break the top one, the ones that were supported underneath are broken too. I can't put one on top. There you go. Cool stuff there. Super useful if you're descending down the caves. I haven't tested it, like if you can just place it going down. We'll take a look at that later. Next is the copper Pentina. You don't actually craft this. You get it from right-clicking an axe on oxidized copper. It's basically the oxidation that you're scraping off, which I think is a really cool feature. It works just like redstone, though it doesn't cross wires, which is nice. You can have two separate systems or next to each other if you want to, or it's a cheaper, easier way to farm, or like the look of it. I don't know. There's lots of reasons you can use it. The other thing is, if you notice here, power 14, 15, and then 13. So it actually loses 2 redstone power per block versus 1. So something to keep in mind, and could actually be useful for other things as well. Next is the Amethyst Lamp, which is crafted here like this. Redstone lamp surrounded by crystals, and you can turn off by redstone, right? Off and then on. As you see, when it's on, it doesn't actually produce any light, but it does prevent mobs from spawning, and it's at 8 block radius. So if you want a dark area but don't want mobs to spawn, cool option. Next is the depth meter. As you can see here, it shows I am at level 97, which if I open my F3 menu, and 97. So it just is a, like I said, a vanilla immersively. Let's see if I jump up here, and it goes up. Anyway, nice vanilla-esque in-game altimeter. Depth meter. And then next is the wrench, which you can use to rotate items around, which is very helpful if you're using pistons or dispensers or droppers. It can be very useful there. Next we have the watering can. You can fill it up using water sources, and it has a chance of fertilizing crops, right? So it doesn't work every time like fertilizer does, but it's a cheaper way to do that, right? Next is glow sticks, which is a stick, and glow sac ink, which gives another use for this. And these are basically throwable torches, right? You drop that down a hole, place it. That's pretty cool. Anyway, light source that you can drop down. Also pretty useful, and another use for the ink sacs, which I think is great. Next we have the pocket jukebox, and it's crafted with copper and redstone around a jukebox, and allows you to play discs. And we'll keep this in our inventory, and we'll take a look at how to use it here in a minute. The discs are actually a little bit farther on. Let's set our time delay so that our wandering villager here will turn. And I turned the noises off because these are really loud and annoying. So the mysterious bundle is a trade that you can get from wandering villagers now. So if I come in here and emerald, trade with you. And there we go. Now, what it is you click on it and it gives you random items. So we come in here, it gave me an axe, a sword, some stone, and another depth meter, right? So just gives you random items. It's a one-use thing. I'm creative though, so it didn't take it away. Next is the gold ring, which we'll use here in a second. It is required from bartering with piglins. So if I come in here, of course I don't have gold. There's a small chance, and we won't sit here and wait. I tested out to make sure it worked, but it's like a 1.3 chance or percent chance or something like that. So probably not going to get anything from him. Anyway, we'll just leave you to it, Piggy. We trust that you give us rings. Now, next is armors and tools. There's a few things that this mod adds in that category. If we're looking here, if we use a smithing table on copper and gold armor, it gives us rose gold, and that can be used for any of the armor, as you can see here, and also any of the gold tools. So, gold sword, shovel, pick, axe, and my pink flamingo. Anyway, this is where the gold ring comes in. You can actually make gilded netherite armor and weapons, which is nice too because having this, the piglins actually won't attack you. Works for the gold armor as well as giving you the netherite protection. Same with the tools there. Pretty cool stuff. So if we go down here, we got a few other things set up. So the next thing, and I really love this thing. This is the, let's clear out our inventory, except for you. So here we have the crossbow with spyglass. And again, it is made here by adding iron, spyglass, and a crossbow. And this is really pretty neat. So if we come up here, unload our crossbow, and just like we use the spyglass, we can fire it. Now, crossbow still just as inaccurate as ever, which leads us into our next part. So this mod adds two enchantments. There is the accuracy or speed. Oops, I got that in the wrong spot. And the precision enchantment. So we come up here, and then the precision one, as you can imagine, there's 3 levels of it. Each level increases your accuracy quite a bit. So by the time you get, oops, let's see, that was up to find. And now if I don't move the mouse here, oop, I moved it. It'll actually fire in the same spot. Very close. Right, so a lot more accurate. Very cool enchantment. I really like that. I think that's something that should be added in vanilla for sure. And then this mod also adds a Trident Shard, which is dropped by I believe Guardians, but might be Elders, the Elder Guardians, but allows you to actually craft tridents, which is pretty cool. So if I tend to fight those stupid drowned. Anyway, next, last couple things here. We've got some food items to add. So it adds a fried egg, which is just put an egg in a smoker or furnace. Sweet berry pie, which is egg, sugar, sweet berries, and wheat. Very tasty. Honeyed apple, which is, yep, you guessed it, honey and an apple. And then a chicken nugget, which is dropped by zombies and or creepers, I think. And you get an achievement there for getting those and finding them well. And then lastly, there's 3 music discs, which will show off the portable jukebox here. They're pretty cool. It's always nice to have additional music discs. But this is Pocket Jukebox. You use by picking up in your inventory and right-clicking on it. Pretty cool. And you just right-click to get it off again. There we go. And then a few things I want to note, because they aren't current in this current version, but they were in the later versions, and they are going to be added into. They say they're going to be added back in. Is these potions? There's a potion of glowing and a potion of haste. Again, haste is just like the haste enchantment, and then glowing is essentially like the spectral arrows. But again, they're not brewable in this version of the mod. So if you come in here, you can still get them in creative mode. So you could do a craft tweaker if you wanted to. But your standard splash and lingering, and then even arrows. But arrows of glowing is essentially a spectral arrow. So I don't know if that adds much there, but cool stuff. Anyway, so that is everything added by the additional additions mod, and pretty cool, man. Check it out. I will leave a link to the CurseForge page below, and I hope you enjoy this mod, and getting into some 1.18 mod spotlights. Anyway, you guys enjoy.